Alright, I think we're live. Alright, this is going to be the first episode in a series I'm going to call Super Green Bay Runs His Mouth. I've kind of always wanted to do this, so this is more so kind of a pilot episode, I guess you could say. But this is where I run my mouth about certain things that are on my mind and kind of messing with me. So let's get started with this, shall we? Alright, so we should all start, with the main thing that's happening right now. Of course, George Floyd. Let's just get it out the way. Sorry, I'm not a big intro guy, so that's why I didn't do some elaborate intro or whatever. I'm new to this, so you have to forgive me for that. But anyway, George Floyd. Okay, here is the thing with that, and why I haven't been so active about it. I personally don't like to fill my social media with that stuff. Number one, because it weighs heavy on you. Number two, it's just, you don't want doom and gloom on your timeline 24/7. It's very important now to put that phone down and go do something else, because it is such a dark time right now. This is a very, very dark year, man. It's just been bad. And it seems like it's just getting worse and worse. It just seems like it's not going to stop. So it's important to find peace. But however, I do feel like that it's good to speak about these things, and no one actually people are scared to give their real thoughts on it. I'm not. So I'm gonna just give it to you blunt. What happened to George Floyd? No doubt about it. It was wrong. Okay. He was murdered. He was murdered in cold blood. Definitely. However, though, I do want to say this, and this is just to everybody. I want you guys to ask yourself a question. Are you marching for George Floyd, or are you marching for the action that happened to George Floyd? Let me explain. Okay. And I know this might sound kind of mean, but what was so special about him until that action happened to him? Because whether people want to hear this or not, he has a criminal record. I just want to say that. He has a criminal record. Not the brightest guy. You know what I mean? Not the coolest guy. But at the end of the day, he did not deserve to be murdered like that. Let me make that be clear. He did not deserve to be murdered like that. Screw those cops that did that. He did not deserve to be murdered like that. He's still a human being. And you have rights, and there's laws you must follow. The police did not follow those laws. There's simple rights that need to be upheld here, and because of the injustice of these cops, it was not upheld. I don't agree with the whole point of this was not racially driven. I think it obviously was, and I'm not saying this because this guy was a Trump supporter. Being a Trump supporter doesn't mean you're racist. Also need to debunk that too. Just because you're a Trump supporter doesn't mean you're racist. This guy, however, I personally feel he was, and there's like evidence I've been seeing on Twitter about that. So I do think it was racially driven. I do. And I do think that the other cops were there, especially the small little Asian dude. I think they're just suck ups to him, and they were just scared to speak up because they don't have any backbone. They just sat there and watched that man die. So yeah. Sometimes silence isn't the best answer. So I'm glad they're getting held accountable also. But really, the whole situation is kind of interpreted wrong by the black community, saying that George Floyd was a hero and he such and such. I'm like, well, what did he do? What did he do that was so special? Nothing. However, if a man had something great, and now that's gone. Because sure, he may have done some bad things in his past, but I believe everybody deserves a second chance. If he's on the road to recovery and he could have been a better person, blah blah blah, fine by me, because God forgives all. Now that he's been murdered in cold blood, that won't happen. Because like I said, a lot of people say, well, some folks just can't change. That may be true to a degree, but most of the time that's not true. I just feel that this thing is getting blown way out of proportion. It's going left and right, up and down, backwards, forwards, parallel and vertical. It's ridiculous. And when I look at it, I just can't bring myself to just swarm my social media feed with all this stuff. I posted a square because, like I said, I do care. I do care. I do. It is messed up what's happening, but at the same time, I'm not going to be some radical activist about this, man. I'm just not, because that's evil, man. It gets in you and it sits there, and the more you look at that crap, the more and more it hurts. I just don't think it's that serious to me, really. Like I said, you will not see me protesting. There are protesting here in Jackson. I'm not doing it. I just feel like that it's really not mandatory for you to protest. There's a lot of other things you can do besides going out and protesting. I'm just not because I'm scared. I just don't feel like it's necessary for everybody to go march. You know what I mean? It's like, if I were in like a higher dense, population, like Las Vegas or something, but they're, marching in California, I would definitely not, because there is a lot more like police issues, I guess you could say, there than there is here. I live in Jackson, Mississippi. I wouldn't mind marching. I'm just still not going to do it because I'm not a march guy. I'm just not going to do it. I'd rather sit back and just, share a thought or two here and there. And like I'm doing now. This is what, this helps. What I'm doing now helps. You don't have to go march. It's just not me. There's risk to marching. Even I know in Jackson, Mississippi, like I said, the police here aren't that bad. Okay? They're not. When is the last time we've heard of like a police brutality incident here? I'm not worried about it. I live in a neighborhood, in a community where I can go jogging and I'm not scared. And I have plenty of white people in my neighborhood. I'm not scared. Because I also know that all white people aren't like that. So that should be common sense too. All the white people I know in my neighborhood and community are nice. Yeah. But George Floyd, man, I'm glad justice is being served. I still think they do deserve first-degree murder. But however, there is traction from this, and it will make change. If you guys keep pushing it, yeah, it will definitely do something. So keep fighting, man. Just keep fighting, guys. That's all I gotta say. Keep your heads up. It's not the end of the world. It may seem like it, but it's not. This too shall pass. What else do I want to rant about? Okay. The Democratic and Republican parties. A lot of stuff being exposed thanks to COVID-19 and just the current state of things in our country. So I'm going to say it right now. I am neither Democrat nor Republican, because corruption hides on both sides. I am neither Democratic nor Republican because corruption hides on both sides. I also have nitpickings with both. Republicans sometimes are way too logical, to the point where they get a little bit cold, hearted, where they don't have any sympathy because they're so focused on their statistic and their fucking logic. It's like, okay, this is just how it's going to be. 40% of this, 40% of that. And it's like, okay, but when you look at, people say police brutality has nothing to do with color. I'm like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. People say it's because of predefined things like black communities and, the culture of the black communities are much more dangerous and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, that's not exactly the case, because even black people, if you look at all these, police brutality cases, what's happening is that a lot of these people aren't doing anything wrong. It doesn't matter what you did before. It matters what you are doing in the moment. So there's no reason for them to die in most of these cases in the moment of what's happening. In the moment, usually nothing is being done wrong here. They're abiding, they're listening, and they end up dead. I don't think that's just due to, it's just, because they believe blacks are more dangerous or whatever and blah, blah, blah. That's still racist. That's still racist. That's so racist still. That's not an argument. I mean, these are things that the right authority saying statistically this, statistically that, statistically this, and then it's like, okay, well, those statistics can be wrong, and I don't care like where they come from, because if like statistics in a lot of things shift and go up and down, they are reliable, but like I don't believe in a 2018 study compared to now. I don't believe in it because it wouldn't make sense. Now there are some things that are just hardcore facts that, you know, they can bring up. For example, the differences between men and women are pretty logical. You can't get around that. That's perfectly fine. I agree with those things. However, I do not agree with these big charts and crap they pull up and how they use that to justify like why abortion is wrong and so on and so forth. It's like, look, man, go you know big maths, quick math, smart guy, go ahead. Go you know math. But at the same time, it's like you don't have a heart. And that is my biggest gripe with them. Also, they throw around Christianity a lot. Most of them aren't. Their actions don't show it. And like I said, whether you like it or not, I don't like to speak about Donald Trump, but the reason why I truly, too, have a little bit of gripe with the right is because they, no matter what Donald Trump does, even the ones I like, are going to support him simply due to the fact because they don't want a Democratic president. They don't want a Democratic, they just don't. They do not want a Democratic House. They don't care. They do not want it. They will deal with Donald Trump for another 10 years if they have to. They don't care. They don't want a Democratic House. I don't like Joe Biden. I'm gonna say it right now, I do not like Joe Biden. But I'm not going to sit around and let Donald Trump sit in his house. Like, truly. You can say that's my bias, but I just believe Donald Trump is biased, very biased. And you want to say Joe Biden has stuff in his closet? Donald Trump damn near got impeached. So who's really worse here? And to me, any politician I think has skeletons in their closet, but Donald Trump definitely goes to infinity and beyond on some Buzz Lightyear stuff, man. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. His record is insane. And if what Anonymous is leaking is true, then oh my God, how is he not in jail, man? It's like, this is ridiculous. I can't vote for that. I'm sorry, I'm not voting for him. He can't do anything that's too impressive to me. Anything. And when he does do stuff, it benefits him somehow. So, for example, the whole social media censorship. That's cool, because that content creators now, it's like, this might allow us to cuss more. Okay? And people are like misinterpreting that bill. No, that bill goes against social media censorship. That means that you have more freedom now. That means that if you are a YouTube content creator and you're making videos, you should be able to cuss more frequently now. Yeah. You should be able to post more violent and gory videos and whatever and blah blah blah. You should be able to speak about political topics like I'm doing right now and not get demonetized. It's true freedom on the platform. That is what that bill is. The reason why Donald Trump did it, however, is because his tweet. They took down his tweet. So it was a selfish reason as to why he put that article in place. It's because he wanted to have freedom on Twitter. They have never blocked one of his tweets before, but now because of the times and how things are going, they decided to say, hey, calm down, dude. He didn't like that. So by helping himself, he's helped us. That social media censorship bill is not what you guys think it is. Go read it. Go read it. It actually helps you. If you're a YouTube creator, you should be screaming, hooping, and hollering, be happy as fuck right now. Alright. But anyway, like I was saying, the right, most of them, even the ones I love, sadly, will back Donald Trump up because they simply do not want Joe Biden as president. I'm not fond of Joe Biden. I'm really not. I've been watching that man, and I've said it before. Just because he's gotten to this point does not mean he's going to be a good presidential candidate. He's not. He can't talk. I don't get any impact from him. He's not powerful. He doesn't stand behind what he say. He don't have no dog in him. He just doesn't. He's weak. He's weak. At least Bernie Sanders has some dog and some toughness to him and a backbone. Joe Biden does not. I'm sorry. Have you seen this man talk? He can't. Donald Trump runs circles around him. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. Watch what I say. It's bad to say that, but it's the truth. He can't talk. All Donald Trump gotta do is BS and and put this image in your head that, dang, you know, he know how to talk. He don't know what the F he doing. But one thing Donald Trump is a calm man and a businessman. He can talk circles around you all day. And that's what's gonna make him win. Joe Biden can't talk. Obama could talk. Whether you like him or not, that was a good dude. I genuinely like Barack Obama. Was he the greatest president ever? No, by no means. Every president has some kind of fault or something. I don't agree with most black folks saying Barack Obama was the Messiah and no, he was not. No, he was not. Stop saying that. Compared to Donald Trump, fuck yeah, I would rather have Barack Obama than Donald Trump any day. But then you're looking at someone like Joe Biden. He got boosted off of Obama. People say Obama this, Obama. I'm like, man, y'all don't know a thing about Joe Biden. Y'all don't know who this dude is. Y'all don't. Y'all bandwagon off him because of Barack Obama. If he went with Obama and someone else was vice president, this would be a whole different story. Y'all don't care about him. Bernie would have been steamrolling Joe Biden. If Bernie Sanders was vice president, boy, he would have been steamrolling. He'd have been flat ironing everybody. But that didn't happen. This is something, man. You know, but man, anyway, yeah, but just need to get all this off my chest, man. But it's true. These people are out here voting for Donald Trump, but don't want to admit he's a retard. And I hate to say it, but like the people I respect and follow, like they say Trump 2020, and I can pretty much figure out why you're voting for Trump. You're a Republican, you have Republican beliefs. I mean, you're a conservative, you have conservative, whatever. But, dude, for example, like, I follow a gun enthusiast. Not to call her out, I love her, she's a good person, but there's a gun enthusiast called, if you guys don't know her, she's really big. Alex Zedra. I love her to death. But, even she has some bullshit. It's like, she said, yeah, I'm Republican 2020. I'm voting for Trump in 2020. Cool. Why are you voting for Trump? And they come up with this long list of bullshit that is not believable at all. Whatever, and this, and they act like Donald Trump is just, you know, like, oh, well, he's great for the country or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And they bring up this long list of fucking statistics saying, look at the unemployment rate. Look, that was already on the rise. Common sense. And a lot of black folk might not believe this, but did you know conditions have been getting better for blacks ever since slavery ended? Wow, ain't that something? Blacks are on the rise. Whether you believe it or not, women are on the rise. Ain't that something? That's something, ain't it? But anyway, they will bring up complete bullcrap, which makes no sense. Then they'll say, oh, well, Democrats are the ones that are illogical here. I'm like, no. They're not, actually. And this is why I can't choose a party. So in the case of Alex, what she said is like, Trump 2020. But I look at her, I'm like, you're a gun enthusiast. I'm not saying you're a bad person. She's not a bad person. She doesn't walk around with guns. No, she's a trained marksman. She goes to ranges and shoots. She teaches gun safety. Yeah, I get it. But you're doing that. You're voting for Donald Trump because you're a gun person. Admit it. Stop hiding. Admit you're a gun person. And that's fine. Most people will tell you that they would like to have a firearm. It's true. Better to have it not needed than needed and not have it. Admit you're a gun person. It's fine. If you're a gun person, that's completely fine. That is totally fine. But admit that that is the reason why you're voting for Donald Trump. If you are against abortion, say that is the reason you're voting for Donald Trump. Don't say you're voting for Donald Trump because Donald Trump is Donald Trump. You're not voting because of that. Dude's a moron. You guys can't tell me he's a moron. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Ben Shapiro. I don't care who you are. The dude's a freaking idiot. I'm not gonna vote for an idiot. You're voting him because he's Republican. You want the House to stay Republican so you can keep your Republican beliefs. Admit it. Stop lying to yourselves. And Republicans keep talking about take the red pill, realize the truth. You need to realize the truth. Jesus Christ, man, this is gold. But it's so funny, and this is why I can't align myself with a party. I can't. I vote for who I feel fits me. I don't lean. I can go back and forth. Sometimes I'm completely behind conservatives like Lauren Shin. I'm completely behind them and totally against Democrats. Then sometimes it's like, no, I'm totally with this person on this. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like, the last election we had in Mississippi, I voted for a few Republicans. Dude, I voted for Benny Thompson. I did. I like Benny Thompson. I did. I voted for him. I did. I voted for Jim Hood. I did. Because of what Sidney Highsmith was saying. There's a video I still have on my Instagram where she says, if there was a public hanging, I would be in the front row. There's evidence of that. I'm not gonna vote for that. Oh, Jim Hood has my vote immediately. He had it immediately. There was no debate. See, crap like that. I'm not gonna vote for you because of that. Okay, what you do? If you're a bad person, I'm not gonna vote for you. No. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna vote for you. I don't care what Joe Biden says. I'm not gonna vote for him. I don't want to, but I have to. Because the sad part is that I'd rather have that than Donald Trump. At this point, the goal is to just get him out of office, okay? You can agree or disagree, I don't care. You can say I'm Democratic now. F it, maybe I am, okay? But we need to get Trump out of office. I can't stand illogical idiots in office. I cannot stand illogical idiots in office. He's one of them. He's a moron. Oh, he gets on my nerves. It's like, it's just weird to see that. Ooh, this stuff has weighed on me heavy. It's just good to get it off your chest and talk about it. Oh man, we gotta do better, people. This is just bad. Anyway, I'm probably just gonna sign off for now. I didn't want to do any gameplay just because I would get focused on the game. And yeah, so sorry for like the music you're hearing in the background. It's just me music from the game. I actually could have played some other music, but sorry about that. I just got in a rant mode and just started talking too much. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just gonna sign off for now. And it's Super Green Bay, and I will catch you guys later, I guess. Goodbye.